Hello everyone, this is my 13th video in PHP CRUD series. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about pagination, how to create pagination using PHP and MySQL database. Okay, here you can see I have this pagination here, and inside my database, if I show you, here I have some data here, okay, random data, and here inside this I am just displaying 5 fields here, okay, 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now once I come to second, you can see the rest 5 will be displayed, and third, whatever rest I am having, that will be displayed. Okay, this is how we are going to create pagination. If you see in this URL, first I am having this 1, which means that I am in page 1. I will just come to 2, you can see I am in page 2 now. Now if I come to 3, I am in page 3 now. Okay, you can give as many as row you want. If I just come to code, and instead of this, okay, I will be explaining you this entire code. Now here instead of 5, if I just give here 10, now you can see here totally I will be having 2 pagination. For first I am having this 10 data displayed, and in my second page whatever rest I am having, that will be displayed. Okay, you can give based on your requirement. If I just give here 3, I will save this, and now if I just refresh this one, the total 3 datas I am having here. You can see here 3, 5, it has been created for me. Okay, I don't have to create. I have written the code in such a way that once I change the number, this will be automatically displayed to me here. Okay, now if I click on second, you can see the data is getting changed and I am having this one. Okay, now we will see how to create this one. Okay, how to create this simple pagination, and we are going to continue with our series. Okay, but this we are going to write completely from the scratch. Okay, here I will just keep this demo. Okay, inside this CRUD series, I am just going to create one file. I will give my file name as pagination, pagination.php. Now inside this, first I will be writing this basic boilerplate of HTML. I will change this title to pagination. Below this I will be linking bootstrap CSS link. Okay, I will just copy this one, and here inside this pagination I am just going to paste that link. Okay, I will be closing all the files from here. I will just keep this file. Before moving further, first I will be connecting to my database. I'll just include my connect.php file. I'll be writing this include, and I want to connect.php file. I just want to include this file, so I'll be writing this one. Okay, inside connect.php file, I have already written this code. Okay, using this code I am connecting to my database. Okay, I am using this CRUD series database. Now if I show you my CRUD series database, you can see here I have this database here, and inside this I will be working in this table. Okay, series CRUD. Okay, we have already seen how to display this table. Now we are going to continue with our pagination. Here total I am having 8 data. I will be adding some more data here, and we are going to continue with this. I will just close this one. Now inside this pagination.php, first I will just create one div, and for this div I will give the class name as container. Inside this div I will be creating table. I will just come to Bootstrap website. I will just search for get bootstrap. Now from here inside content you will be having the table. I will just come to content. I will click on this tables. I will just copy this first table, and here I will be pasting that table. Okay, if I just show you the output, I will just come here. Okay, I will just copy the path from here. I will just copy this file path, and here I will be pasting that one. And from here I will just remove this. I will just give here localhost. Now if you see here I have this table. For this container I am just going to give margin from top and bottom. Now if I show you the output, you can see I am having this output here. Now from here I am just going to remove this TD. I need only one TD. I will just remove this TD from here. Now for this, first I just want to display serial number. I will just give here serial number. Then I am just going to display first name. I will just give here first name, last name, and finally I just want to display mobile here. I will just give here mobile. Okay, these are the table headers what I want to display from the database. You can see first name, last name. Okay, here I have this mobile. Okay, if you want to display this data, then also you can do that one. I want to display only these 4 fields. I am just giving that one. Now once my table header is closed, now for my table header I will just give some classes. Okay, these are bootstrap classes. If you want, you can give this one, or else you can just ignore this one. I will just give here bg dark, and also I am just going to give here text light. I will save this, and now if I show you the output, my header is in black color and my text is in white, and I have only one row data here. Okay, whatever I have displayed here, hard coded value I am having here. So below this, below my table body, I am just going to open this PHP syntax. I'll just open this PHP syntax, and inside this first I'll be writing one query to display all the data from the database. I'll just write this one, select star from table name. My table name I'll just look into here. Okay, I have this series cred. I'm just going to write my table name here. I'll just write here series cred. Okay, I'm selecting all the data from the database and I want to display that data in my website. Okay, now I'm just going to execute this query. I'll be writing this result. I'll just create one variable result, and inside this I'm just going to write this MySQL query, and this will take two arguments. First is my connection and second is my query variable. Okay, first is connectivity and second is whatever variable you have created that we are giving it here. Okay, now once we are done with this, I want to check the number of rows present inside my database. Okay, to check the number of rows, we have a built-in function, that is MySQL num rows. Okay, using this we can get the number of rows present inside our database. I'll just give here result, and if I just give echo num, this is going to give me the number of rows present inside my database. Now if I just come here, if I refresh this one, here you can see I'm having 8 here. Now in my database, if you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to give me the number of rows present inside my database. If I add another one, that will be added here. Okay, inside this index.php, okay, let me just open index.php. I'll copy this and here I'll be pasting that one, and here instead of pagination I'll just give here index.php. Now I can add data here. I'll just add some name here. I'll be adding Riya. Last name I'll be adding here Sharma. Email I'll just give here sharma@gmail.com. Mobile I'll just give random number. React I'll just give female, Bangalore. Submit. Okay, now you can see here this data is being displayed to me. I'll just refresh. Now you can see totally I'm having here 9 rows inside my database. Okay, this is how we are going to add the data, and we are going to increase our number of rows, and we are going to display that data using pagination. Okay, now you can see total I'll be having 9 data. Now once we have checked how many number of rows is present inside the database, now I am just going to fetch all the data from the database and I want to display in table. Okay, so for that I'll just comment this one. I'll be using while loop. Okay, inside this I'll just create one variable. I'll be using this MySQL fetch assoc method. This is going to fetch all the data from the database, whatever is present inside that one. Okay, and it is going to take one argument, that is nothing but a result variable, and inside this I just want to echo this table row. Whatever I am having here, I'll just copy this one and I'll just cut from here and I'll be pasting it here. Okay, now if I show you the output, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see totally I'll be having 9 times here, because in my database I'm having 9 data here. So I'll be getting 9 fields here. Okay, 9 rows I'll be getting. Okay, because I'm hard coding this value, I'm getting the same value here. Okay, this mark auto, because here I have not given anything, I am just hard coding this value. So this while loop will run for 9 times and 9 times my data will be displayed. So now instead of this, I want to get the ID number from my database. So I'm just going to concatenate this. I'll just write here row ID. Okay, these are my column names. I'm just going to concatenate this one. Okay, this is how we are going to concatenate. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see I'll be getting this ID numbers, whatever is present inside my database. Okay, these ID numbers. Okay, on my left side. Now in the same way, I'm just going to access first name. I'll just copy this and here I'll be pasting that one. Here also and here also. Now instead of this ID, I'll just give here F name. Okay, whatever I am giving here, that should be matching with this name. Okay, this column names, L name and mobile. I'm just going to give L name here, and finally I have mobile here. I'll save this, and now if I just show you the output. Okay, you can see here all the data is being displayed from the database. You can see here all different data is being displayed to me here. Now once we are done displaying all the data, now we have to check how many pages we want, and for that we are going to write the code. Now here I'm just going to create one variable. I'll give my variable name as number pages. By default I'm just going to give here 3. Now I want to check, okay, how many paginations, how many this one, okay, whatever buttons you can see here, how many buttons I want based on that particular value here. Okay, based on 3, I'm getting here 5 buttons here. Okay, so for that we are going to check that one. Here I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as total pages, and inside this, whatever total value I'm having here, this num gave me 9 divided by this one. Okay, this is having 3. Now I'll just paste that one. I'll save this, and now if I echo this one, I'll just echo this total pages. I'll just copy this, and here I'm going to paste that one. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'm having here 3, which means that total 3 buttons I'm having here. First I'll be having this 3 data displayed in my first page, second this 3 data will be displayed, and third this 3 data will be displayed. Okay, if I just give here 2, I'll just give here 2, I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see total I'm having 4.5. okay, I don't want this in floating point, I want that in integer. So for that, instead I'll just wrap this entire thing in, I'll just wrap this inside one mat method. I'll just write here ceil. I'll save this, and this is going to give me the highest integer value. Now I have here 4.5. It is going to give me the higher value, that is nothing but 5. Okay, now I'll be having 5 buttons. First I'll be having first 2 data in first page, second 2 data, third in third 2, and fourth and finally fifth only 1 data I'll be having here. Okay, based on the number of pages you want, number of data, number of rows that should be displayed, you have to give here. If I give here 7, I'll save this. Now here I'll be getting number of rows is 9, 9 divided by 7. I'll just get here 2. First 7 data will be displayed, and next finally this 2 data will be displayed in my second page. Okay, this is how we are going to check for the total number of pages we want. Okay, now once we are done with this, we have to create the links. Okay, we have to create the buttons now. I'll just write one comment, and inside this comment I'm just going to write creating pagination buttons. Creating pagination buttons. Now below this, I'll just create one for loop. I'll give my variable name as btn. I'll just give here 0, and next I just want to give here $btn. Okay, if it is less than or equal to whatever total pages I'm having. Okay, if I get 5 here, that this will be less than or equal to 5 here. Okay, first I'm just going to give 1 here, because from 1 I want to see from first page, second page, third page. Okay, it keeps on going like that. Now next I just want to increase this value here. Okay, btn plus plus. This for loop I am using to get this buttons here. Okay, whatever buttons you can see here, based on the number what I give here. Okay, let me just give here 5. I'll save this. Based on the number of values I give here, then I'll be getting that buttons here. Okay, now I'll be getting here 2 buttons will be displayed to me here. Now if I just show you the output here, you can see here totally. Okay, I have just commented that. I'll just uncomment this. Now if I show you the output, you can see total 2 buttons I'll be having here. If I just give here 2, now total 5 buttons I'll be having here. See, you can see 5 buttons I'll be having here. So for that I'm creating this for loop, and 5 times it is going to run, and it is going to display me 5 buttons. Now inside this for loop, I just want to echo this one. I'll just create button, and for this button I'm just going to give the class. I'll be giving the class as btn dark. I'll just close my button. Now here I'll be opening my anchor tag. For anchor tag I'll just give this href, and inside this href I'm just going to pass this same file. I'll give my file name pagination.php. I'll be using this question mark. Whatever page number should be available inside the parameter, that I am going to give here. Okay, I'll just create one variable page is equal to whatever. I'm just going to concatenate this one, this variable, whatever I'm having here, this number, I'm just going to concatenate that one. Okay, like this you have to do. You just have to concatenate whatever values we are having. I'll just close this here. Now you can see here inside this button, I have just given the class for this button. I have closed this double quotes here. Now inside my button I have this anchor tag. I have just given the href, that is nothing but the same page I have given, pagination.php. After question mark, whatever you give here, this data will be displayed inside URL. Okay, if I just show you here, you can see page is equal to 1, page name and the page number. Okay, you can see here. Now if I come to 2, you can see page is equal to 2. Okay, that will be displayed based on this number. First it will be having 1, then 1 will be displayed, then it is going to increment the value here. Okay, it will check the condition, it is true. If it is true, it will come inside this for loop, and it is going to print another button. Okay, again it is going to increment, again it will check the condition. If it is true, it will come inside for loop, and it is going to print the button for me. I'll just close my anchor tag here, and also I'll be closing button here. I'll just close button. I'll just close this one. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project. Now if I refresh this, now you can see I'm having this buttons here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 buttons. Now inside this anchor tag, I'm just going to give the same page name, whatever I'm having here. I'll just copy this and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, now if I show you the output, you can see total I'm having 5 buttons here. Okay, for this, for my anchor tag, I'll just give the class name. Class name, let me just give here text light. Okay, so that my text will be visible. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see I'm having this button here. Okay, for my buttons I don't have any margin, okay, on left and right side. So for this I'm just going to give margin x of 1. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see totally I'm having here 5 buttons here, because here you can see here total I'm having here 5. So I'll be having 5 buttons. Now here if I just give here 4, I'll save this. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see totally I'll be having 3 buttons here. Okay, whatever data we are going to get, that many times we are going to get our buttons. Okay, I'll just comment this one, and also I'm just going to give some margin 5, I'll just give here 3. I'll save this from below and above. Now if I refresh, you can see I'm having this pagination here. See, now when I click on this page 1, you can see inside my URL I'm getting this page is equal to 1. Now again if I click, you can see page is equal to 2. Okay, this is how we are going to get the data. Page is equal to 1, page is equal to 2, and page is equal to 3. Okay, now once we are done with this, okay, let me just remove the margin from top. I'll just give bottom. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, now here I have this output here. First page, whenever I hover below, you can see this page is equal to 1, page is equal to 2, and page is equal to 3. Okay, now once we are done with creating our buttons, okay, now we don't have to hard code anything. Directly based on the number of data we want, we can just give this one. Okay, if I just give here 1, now total I'll be having 9 buttons, because inside my database I'm having 9 rows here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I refresh this one, you can see totally I'll be having 9 buttons here. Okay, I don't have to write anything. I just have to tell how many number of rows I want to display in my website. Okay, that based on that I'll be getting these buttons. Now here I'm just going to give here 3. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, okay, I'm having 3 buttons here. Okay, now we are going to write the code for when I click on this first button, only this 3 data should be displayed. When I click on second button, only 3 data should be displayed. Okay, this entire data should not be displayed in each page. So for that we are going to write the code now. Before that, we are just going to check one condition. Okay, if I have not set, if I am not in any page, then by default I should be in page number 1. So for that I'm just going to write one condition here. I'll just check the condition here. If is set, okay, using this get method I'll be accessing my parameter variable, and my parameter variable whatever we have given here, that is page. I'll copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, I'm just checking that if it is set to some page number, then I'll just write this page, and inside this I'm just going to access this one using this get method. And here whatever variable I'm having, I'm just storing that variable inside this variable. Okay, whatever variable I'm having inside parameter, inside URL, okay, that value I'm storing inside this page. Okay, now if I just do echo, I'll just give here page. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh once, you can see here I'll be getting 3 here, because in my URL I'm having this 3 here. If I just click on 2, you can see I'll be getting 2 here. Okay, whatever data I'm having inside the URL, I'm just accessing that one and I'm storing that one here. Okay, else, I'll just write one else condition. If I am not set, I'll just close in curly braces. If I am not set, then by default set the page number to 1. Here I'm just giving that condition. If I am is set, then only display this, or else you just come to page number 1. Once we are done with this, now we are going to write the logic in such a way that here if you see I have these 3 buttons, and each button whatever data I want to display, only that data should be displayed. Okay, so for that we are going to use limit. Okay, if you are aware of this limit, here I'm just going to write here limit. I'll just give here 0, 1. Okay, if I give here, this is going to display only 1 row data. Now if I just come to my project, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I'll be having only 1 data and here I have only 1 button here. Okay, suppose if I just give here 2, I'll just give 3. Now if I refresh this one, now you can see I'll be having 3 datas here. Okay, here I have given 3 here. Now suppose if I just give here 5, I'll save this. Now if I refresh, you can see I'm having this 2 buttons and 5 data is being displayed in my first button. Okay, this is how limit is very useful, okay, to display only that particular data. Now using this limit, on each page I have to display 3 datas here. Okay, now we will see how to do that one. I'll just remove from here. Now here for my first page, I'll just write this formula. Okay, I want to display 3 data, so we are going to write the limit like this, 0, 3, okay, which will give me 3 data, whatever I am having inside the database. First 3 data will be printed, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, inside my second page also I want to display 3 data, so my limit will start from 3, 3. Okay, I want to display only 3 data, so it will start from 3 and it's going to print 4, 5 and 6. Okay, this is how many times, how many data I want to print. Now in my third page also I just want to print 3 datas, so my limit starts from 6, 3. Here I have printed 1, 2, 3, here 4, 5, 6 and again I am just writing 6 and I want to display 3 data here. Okay, now for this we are going to create our variable. We are going to create the starting limit for this. This 3 we can achieve using this one, okay, result number of pages, how many number of pages I want, how many number of rows data I want, that I just have to write this one here. But for starting limit we have to create one formula. Using that formula we will be getting the starting limit. Okay, here I'll just write here one formula. I'll just give here page number minus 1 into this variable, okay, into this value. In this variable I have stored that one. I'll just copy this and here I'm just going to paste that one. For my first page number, 1 minus 1 I'll be getting 0. 0 into anything will be 0, so my starting limit will be 0. For my second page, 2 minus 1 I'll be getting 1 into 3. Okay, this is my number of pages, so I'll be getting 1 into 3, I'll be getting 3 as my starting limit. Okay, for my third page number, 3 minus 1 I'll be getting 2, 2 into 3 I'll be getting 6 here. Okay, we are just going to create our starting limit and using this limit we are going to display the data. Okay, now once we got this, how to create the starting limit, I'll just comment this one and now here I'm just going to create that variable. I'll just write starting limit and inside this I'm just going to write this formula whatever we have written here. Okay, for pages, okay, I have this button. I'll just copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just paste that one, button minus 1 and into, okay, this button minus 1 is nothing but our pages, our pagination, into this one. I'll just copy this and here I'll be pasting that one. Now this is going to give me the starting limit for each of the variable. Okay, first time it is going to give me 0, second time 3 and third time 6. Now suppose if I just give here 5, okay, here instead of this I want to display 5 data in my first page, then my limit will start from 5 and I want to display 5 data here. So I'll just write here 5. Now again my limit is going to start from 10 and here I want to display 5 data here. Okay, this is how we are going to do. Okay, 3 minus 1, okay, for third page 3 minus 1 I'll be getting 2, 2 into 5 I'll be getting 10. Okay, this is the first limit. Only we have achieved starting limit from here. We are just writing this formula whatever we have achieved. Okay, here instead of this pages I have just given here button. Now here once we got the starting limit we are going to write SQL query. I'll just write SQL and inside this I'll be writing this one, select star from my table name. My table name I'll just copy from here. I'll just copy this table name and here I'll be pasting that one and here I'm just going to write this limit. Limit is nothing but this is the starting limit. I'll just copy this one and now I'm just going to concatenate this. Here I'll just write dot, I'll just paste that value here. Again I'm just going to concatenate this using comma. Okay, I'll just separate using comma because limit we have seen 0, 3. Okay, I gave that one. Now again I'm just going to concatenate this value. Okay, this whatever value I'm having here, I'll just copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, I'll just close this. I'll just remove this from here. Okay, this is how we are going to concatenate dot and I'm just writing this value. Okay, starting limit, comma, you can see this is comma and my ending limit, okay, my last limit. Now to execute this query, I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as result and I'll be writing this one, MySQL like query, and it will take 2 arguments. First is my connectivity and second is my query variable. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, okay, here I got this error, MySQL fetch assoc accepts parameter 1 result to be bool. Okay, let's just check for the error. Here I have this while loop and inside this I am passing this result variable which is having this limit. Okay, here I am having this one. I am just concatenating this first starting limit comma my ending limit. Okay, that is the last limit, that is nothing but 5. Okay, here I have passed 5. Now inside this, okay, inside the starting limit, okay, instead of this button, okay, whatever I have here, this variable is going to store the page number. Okay, whatever we are going to get from the URL, okay, this variable is storing our page number. So for that, I'll just copy this one. Okay, you can give any name for this, and here you have to paste that one. I'll just paste that one. Okay, because this is for the buttons, how many buttons I want, but this is the page number I'll be getting from the URL. Okay, whatever page number I'll be getting, I'll be subtracting that with 1, and here I'll be multiplying with my number of pages. Refresh like this. Okay, again I'm having this one, accepts one parameter. Okay, now I am done with this. Okay, let's just write in capital letters. I'll just give some space. Now if I refresh this one, okay, you can see I'm having this output here. Okay, if I give some space and if I just write in small letters, I'll just save this. Now if I refresh this one, okay, I'm having this output. You just have to give some space here. Okay, because limit space 0, 3 like that we have to write. So I'm just giving here space. Now once we are done with this, you can see inside my first page, this 5 data is been displayed, because here I have given here 5. Now if I give here 2, I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see I'll be having 2 data, and rest all the buttons has been created. Now if I come to 2, you can see the second, third and fourth data has been displayed. Now if I come to third, whatever data I'm having inside my database, after second and fourth, you can see I'm having this data 15 and 5, and that data has been displayed to me here inside 4 and inside 5. Okay, this is how we are going to create table. We are going to display the data from the database, and we are going to create this pagination. Okay, here you can see from the URL will be getting this numbers, page is equal to 5. Okay, this is how we are going to create the pagination. Okay, you can just practice this one and you can improve this code. You can add here previous and next buttons. You can just add, instead of this 1 and 5, you can just create previous and next buttons, and you can improvise this code. Okay, you can see here I'm having all the data here. If I just give here 10, I'll just come here, I'll just give here 10, I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, okay, I'm having page 3 inside my URL. I'll just remove this. Now if I refresh this, you can see I'm having only one, okay, I'm having only 9 rows inside my database, so I'm having only one page here. Okay, this is how we are going to create. Let me just give here 5. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, I'll be having 2 paginations, 2 buttons. First I'll be having 5 data, and next whatever data I'm having, that will be displayed to me. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.